Hey you guys, hi. It's Mary White, the Cooking with Cannabis lady. And I'm not going to talk to you today about cooking with cannabis because shit is different now, okay? Obviously you can probably tell my camera guy isn't here because he's in isolation. While we're doing this social distancing thing, the isolation stuff, I want you guys to take this time to maybe learn some more about how to take care of yourselves. And that means food. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is one of the most basic, wonderful things you can learn how to do, which is a white sauce. Now, again, this is not a cannabis recipe. This is some basic stuff that I want us to start working on together so you can be happy in your isolation. A lot of you probably know how to do this, but if you don't, I want to show you how to make a really good white sauce. Now, a white sauce, a bechamel, is one of the basic building blocks of just basic cooking. If you can make a white sauce, you can make gravy, you can make all kinds of Cajun things, you can make beautiful, rich, enrobing sauces for French food, la 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 la. You can make an kick-ass tuna casserole too, right? Point is, white sauce is really important and it's embarrassingly easy. If you guys can remember one thing, remember 1, 1, 1. So I'm talking about a tablespoon of flour, a tablespoon of butter, and a cup of milk. Now, I'm going to move the camera, so stay with me. Okay, we're going down here. We're gonna go down to the cooking zone. Can you see? Yeah, okay, so here we are. I've got the pan on, let me see if I can do this more effectively. So I've got the pan on a, whoops, shit, that ain't right. Okay, I got the pan on medium-high heat, okay? We're going to, there, okay. I'm going to now put that 1 tablespoon of butter in. Now let me explain this to you guys. The white sauce, the bechamel, is essentially a flour and butter roux that you cook and then you put liquid into. And then it thickens up and everybody's happy, right? If you want to make it thicker, like super thick, you can do 2 to 2. So 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, again, that same cup of milk. It's going to be very, very thick. If you want to get fancy, you can saute some diced onion first. It goes on forever. I just want you to get this basic, okay? So here is the glorious tablespoon of butter, all right? And we're going to let that melt a little bit, and then we'll put the flour in. Now, the secret to a really, really beautiful bechamel is to make sure you cook it long enough to get rid of that floury, raw taste. And you'll know what I mean when you're doing it. So see how this is nice and bubbly, okay? Don't want it to get brown quite yet. You're gonna just sprinkle in, sprinkle in that flour. Again, 1 tablespoon, okay? Now don't lose your shit and freak out because there's some lumps. It's okay because you're gonna fix them. Let me get a little bit more of that butter in there. Okay, don't do that at home. But a lot of us who have cooked a long time, we kind of don't have a lot of nerve endings in our fingers anymore. Okay, so one thing that will guarantee beauty is constant whisking. I'm going to turn this down to medium now because we don't want this to burn. Now, as I whisk this, I can smell. Oh, it smells great. It smells like butter, right? But you can smell how the flour kind of starts to turn toasty. All right? And maybe a minute, maybe 2. Now, if we were doing Cajun cooking, Creole cooking, we would want this to cook for about half an hour on really low heat. That's where you get that real dark, beautiful, rich roux, right? But for now, because I'm going to use this later with chicken. I want a nice, light, flavorful bechamel. So, oh look, 1 cup of milk. And this today, I'm using hemp milk, because that's what I had in the house. And then whisk, 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 whisk. You don't want any lumps. So we're whisking, we're whisking. Now, what's going to happen is magic cooking chemistry, because those fat globules that are holding on to that flour is going to expand, it's going to absorb, it's going to thicken. While that's happening, let's put some salt in here so it isn't completely and totally boring. Okay, a little bit more maybe. Again, I know that I'm using this later with chicken and mushrooms, so I do want it savory. What you can do before you add that milk, you can saute little tiny mushrooms in there, little, well, chopped shallots, of course, are lovely, or even chopped onion. With different additions, this has different names. Like, you can thicken it up a little bit, add tomato paste, then you have sauce aurora. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, right? But you can start to see, can you start to see how that's starting to thicken up a little bit? Oops, hang on. This is hard without a cameraman. How do people do this? God. Oh, okay, now you can see. It's starting to thicken. It's getting thicker, 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 thicker. See those little bubbles in the middle? That's what you want. Can you see how that's starting to happen? Yeah. And then we're still whisking. We're going to taste it. Okay. Again, you know, right now, it's, you know, salty, buttery goodness. But you add this to anything where you would normally use, I'm going to say, cream of mushroom soup. This is way better for you than cream of mushroom soup. Way less salt. Obviously, you know, I just made this with hemp milk. I mean, this is pure goodness right here. Nothing nasty. But, you guys, look. In, what has this been now? 4 or 5 minutes? We've got, can you see? Cream sauce. Oh, yes. Now, let that cook a little bit longer. It'll get a little bit thicker. And once it's thickened to where you want it to be, like right about here, you can see how you can drag. See how that's kind of thick? It takes a minute. Yeah, that's what you want. So what I'm going to do with this is add some cooked chicken, some sauteed mushrooms, and serve it with rice. Ta-da! Wait, hang on now, I'm moving the camera again. There. I hope that made sense, you guys. That was so weird. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I hope you feel a little more confident now about how to make a bechamel. But while we're stuck like this, you guys, hang on. I'm having trouble with this camera. Wait, I'm going to do this. Okay, wait, here we are. Okay, so as we're going through this, whatever we're going through right now, as we're isolating and we're trying to figure out how to entertain ourselves, and you're all going to have to cook a whole lot at home, right? So I want to show you some basics. And again, this beautiful, wait, there it is. Oh, beautiful white sauce. Oh, God. There. Oh, shit. You guys, I really do need a cameraman. But until he gets out of isolation, I'm going to try and show you how to make food. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Again, remember, a tablespoon of milk, a tablespoon of flour, and a cup of, oh, God damn it. No, a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of flour, and a cup of milk. You get white sauce. Oh, okay. More later, you guys. Oh, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.